And just briefly talking about the World Junior Championships, you were third in your prelim, ran 10:09, and then you were 10th in the finals, running 10 flat. How was your experience being able to travel across the world to compete with and also meet new athletes from around the world? How was that experience?
Oh, that was like the best experience of my life. That's what makes running like so worthwhile. Like sometimes I question why I do it, and it's just moments and experiences like that. Like so, like when like my hard work's paying off, and like I get to like travel um, not just around like the U.S. to other states, but like you just said, like out out the world. And I had a similar experience like I had at nationals at Worlds was like I was teammates with all these like people who like I thought were absolutely like legends, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the coolest moment. So I got to meet a ton of those people, and I got to meet athletes from other countries, which was like super awesome. Especially because like I don't know, I love meeting new people, and I like learning about other people and like their culture and stuff. So that was really cool. I felt really bad that I couldn't like speak any of their languages, and they all had to speak English. I was like, I'm so sorry, I don't know your language. Like I'm an ignorant American. I only speak English and a little Spanish, but it was super great.
What would you say was your fondest memory of the junior championships?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if there's a single one. It's really hard. I don't think of one particular. I think, okay, so my roommate, the girl that came with me, well, I was a roommate, Alice Hill, the girl from Michigan who finished second. Fun fact, the farthest distance she ran in high school was 800 meters. Mm-hmm. She was a hurdler and never, like, ran cross. She redshirted last season since it was, like, her first cross season. But the steeple, that was at USA, that was her very first steeple ever.
Oh, wow.
And she ran 10:31, 10:32, which is not a bad time. Like, I don't know if we would have gotten her regional this year. She would have been, like, right on the bubble. So, like, that was, like, good for her. And then she ran, and, like, I absolutely love seeing people do well. It just makes me so happy. But she ran 10:09 in the prelim heat right before me. And I saw her kind of, like, to me, it looked like she was jogging and not trying. And I was like, come on, Alice, like, you didn't finish, like, trying to encourage her. And I was like, oh, man, like, I don't think she's going to make it. And I saw her come across the line, and I saw her time, and I was like, oh, my crap, like, she was, like, jogging at the end. She made it look so easy. And I was like, I was convinced, like, she's going to break 10 at the finals. And she, in the finals, broke 10, like, which were, like, 9:55, I think. So, like, coming across the line, like obviously she finished ahead of me, and I just, like, gave her a big hug, and it was super exciting to see that. So, I like that moment. That was a really good moment. But, yeah, I loved meeting all, like, the different, like, people and stuff. And I made some friends. I'm actually going out to California, flying out tonight to visit one of them.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that was really fun.
It's pretty dope.
I'm excited. My first time in Cali, too, so it's going to be a good trip.
And Chrissy, looking back at your freshman year and all the success that you've had, as well as some of the difficulties that you mentioned earlier, you couldn't have gone through it alone. Who were some of your major influences and influencers who kept you going and kept you motivated, and why do you feel that having such a solid support system is vital to success?
Oh, my dad, always. He's been doing number one. I used to, like, when I was younger and really immature, I used to kind of have that mindset, like, oh, I can do everything by myself. And, I mean, I guess, yeah, people can do stuff by themselves, but you're not going to get as far in life. So it's just kind of, like, silly to, like, think that way. But we really bonded over the last 2 years. Because we didn't have much of a relationship before. Now, like, he's, like, my best friend, like, number one supporter. Like, nice, like, earlier this year, like, I was, like, going through, like a really rough patch. Yeah, I was in a really rough patch. And he, like, I could see, like, me hurt him. And he was trying so hard to help me out. And, like, like, I mean, it wasn't exactly, just because I was kind of, like, stuck in this little rut. But just, like, I felt really guilty about it for the longest time, because, like, he's trying so hard to, like, help me out. Like, I feel like I should feel, like, amazing on top of the world, but I don't. But he's always been through me, like, through it all. Like, I think it was, like, my junior year, you know, I was like, oh, I want to go to the Adidas Dream Mile, like, you know, I had these, like goals, and then, like, towards the end of the season, like, I ended up, you know, getting really, like, stuck in, like, a bad place again, and I remember, like, finishing, I think it was the mile, I think I was the mile or 800, at districts, and I was like, screw this, like, I'm not running the 32, like, I'm not even running regionals, I don't want to go to states, like, I'm not in Dream Mile, and he was like, okay, like, you know, let's talk about it, like, after your race, and I was like, no, like, I'm done, like, I don't know, it's, like, really, like, got me frustrated, but now, like, I don't know, like, he's always been, like, supportive of me, like, whether, like, you know, I wanted to, like, whether I wanted to, like, stop running, like, I don't think he wanted me to at all, but he's like, you know, if that's what makes you happy, like, you know, that's gonna make me happiest. But, okay, so I talk about my dad a lot, but I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna leave someone out, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but, like, you know, my team is amazing, like, I know they've always, like, been there and, like, supported me and cheered me on, whether I was running well or not. My coaches, like, as much as I said, like, you know, we butted heads, especially Reed and I a lot, because I don't want to run the steeple, like, you know, there was one time where I was having a really hard time right before Virginia, and she had happened to text me that day, and was like, you know, do you, like, need to talk, like, because, like, I'm a good listener if you want to come in. And I was like, yeah, actually, like, I do kind of want to talk to you at something. And I, you know, sat down and talked to her and, like, explained, you know, like where I was at. And I was like, you know, kind of not go to Virginia and run. Like, I'm not, like, mentally ready to, like, to race. Like, I don't want to do this. And I ended up having a really shitty race at Virginia. I fell on the first 2 water barriers. That was kind of funny. And she, like, she ended up making me go and run the steeple, which I was upset about for a while. Just because, you know, like a moody teenager, you know, like, that kind of, like, stupid upset. But looking back in retrospect, like, I really appreciate it. Like, that's something, like, as tough as Rita can be, like, she's very empathetic and is a good listener, like I said. But she's also, like, tough when she needs to be, which is something that, yeah, I really appreciate that, because I need someone to, like, push me and believe in me and, like, you know, like, want me to be the best version of myself and not just baby me. Like, if I were to be like, oh, I don't feel like running, and she goes, oh, okay, then you don't have to run, like that, no, like, that's not what you need in the coach. Like, you need someone to be like, I'm going to push you and hold you to a higher standard.
Right.
So I'm really glad that, that she did that. My grandparents, I love my grandparents so much, especially my grandpa. He's definitely the person that got me to run the most in my life. I feel like I'm going to take him. If I try to go through and tell you everybody, like, you're just not going to have enough time today. But definitely all my friends. Like, I know some friends probably stick out a lot more than others, but, yeah, my friends have, like, always been there for me and always supported me, and I, like, I don't know, it's always, like, telling me how much they look up to me and everything. And so that's definitely a huge driving force for me. Like, sometimes when I feel like quitting, I think about, like, who looked up to me and, like, and think I'm a good person. Like, not just I'm a good runner, but, I mean, like, that helps, you know? Like, that's how people, like, know me, like, is me being a runner. So then, like, yeah, like, people like you, like, yeah, we're not best friends, per se, but, like, I would want to be where I am, like, with that, like, you or, like, anyone else that I've met through running. And I really appreciate it. Like, you know, like, times where, like, you know, like, you text me, like, hey, like, good job after a race, like, just something that's small. It literally takes 2 seconds out of your day. You probably think nothing of it afterwards, but, like, I spend, like, also, like, the rest of the week thinking about it, and, like, it just makes me so happy. Like, people, you know, send me, like, nice texts or, like, leave, like, nice comments on, like, my Instagram or something, and I actually, like, I have this little journal, that I keep, and I'll write down people's, like, comments, for days that, like, I'm not feeling too great about myself. Like, I go back and I read through those, and I'm like, even if you don't think you're a great person, like, all these people think, you know, that's highly of you, and there must be a reason for it. So that, yeah, I'm a big people person. I don't get people to be like, oh, I hate everyone. Like, I genuinely love people so much because they're so wonderful. And I could really sit here all day and talk to you about it, and I'd probably start crying about how amazing all the people are in my life. But I can't stress it enough. But yeah, having everyone's support, like I said, even if it's just a little like, hey, like, good luck or good job text, like it just means so incredibly much to me. So I'd say everybody. I don't know. Yeah, it's so hard to pick because I don't know. But yeah, everybody just it's super great.
I understand because from an athlete standpoint, you have all of these people who, in some way, shape, or form, have impacted you. Whether it's someone that you've only known for a few months, or a coach that you had in high school, or a teammate that you used to compete with, or even just other athletes that you've competed against. It seems, and I know that's something that happens just throughout athletics in general, but I found that especially with running, just because I feel like running can get to such a personal level that almost every single interaction or race or experience that you have, someone rubs off on you some way and helps shape you into the athlete that you eventually grow on to be. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. You're trying to think of everyone that you want to thank and say who had this part and who was instrumental in your development. I definitely understand that.
Oh, definitely Robbie too, my high school coach. I'm actually at his house right now. I'm visiting him and his family up in Ohio. But he's always been like my best friend and the person I talk to at everything. Like I'm a pretty private person. I don't like my business getting around.
Mm-hmm.
But he'd always go on runs with me, and workouts. And there's sometimes where some people like my team won't really keep up with me, so he'd always try and like do the stretch around so he could like do a tempo or a long run with me or something. And I'd talk to him about whatever. I knew he could always like keep the secret. And I don't know, he was always there to support me, whether it be like on a personal level or like a coach athlete level. And yeah, so, like, we butted heads a lot, especially when he took over. Because I really liked like my first coach. But he was patient with me, which I appreciate so incredibly much. So yeah, I think we'll have like a good, like one of those like good like lifelong friendship type bonds. So that's the thing I love about running. Like I complain about running and how much I hate it a lot. And like it's pretty grueling of a sport. But the people you meet and the relationships you develop through it, and the place you get to go, like that. Like that's all makes it all worth my while to me. And I think that's like why I love it so much.